Using cruise control inside of the Honda Civic is a really straightforward process. Now, there are two different types of cruise control you're going to find inside of the ride. So it's either going to be adaptive cruise or traditional cruise instead. The difference is that adaptive cruise, if you have it set, let's say at 100 kilometers an hour, car in front of you slows down, yours is automatically going to brake. If they change lanes, pick up speed, it's going to pick you back up to your previously set speed. Versus traditional cruise control. If you have it set at 100 and somebody in front of you slows down, yours will not brake. So you just have to make sure that you're paying attention with traditional cruise control. But using the systems are straightforward. So you can toggle it on. So you're just going to push the button along the top left pad of the steering wheel there. And that's going to turn it on. You can see inside of the cluster screen that it changes out the look slightly, but you've also got that little message there. So you've got your cruise control system turned on. From there, once you start driving, you're then going to push down in order to set your speed. You're then going to push up or down in order to increase 1 kilometer or 1 mile per hour at a time. But if you push and hold up or push and hold down, that's going to increase you by 5 kilometers or 5 miles per hour. So either increase or decrease. So let's say if you're at 37, push and hold up, it'll bring you to 40, 45, 50, etc. And then down will do the opposite. From there, you can hit the brake in order to pause your speed. You can hit cancel to pause your speed, and then you just push up to resume your previously set speed instead. And then there's this little guy, and this one is a lane keeping system. So it's not full hands-free driving. The Honda Civic doesn't have that one. But with this one turned on, if the vehicle recognizes the lane markings, it's going to keep you perfectly balanced in your lane. You'll also notice that the lanes here go green. So again, not full self-driving, but if you lose focus for a few seconds, it's going to take you around bends no problem. Eventually, after about 10 seconds, you'll get a message inside of the cluster screen telling you that you need to put your hands back on the steering wheel instead. But it's a pretty neat setting at the same time. Then there's also this one, which is your gap adjustment. So it's how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you. And there are 4 unique levels to that one. So I want you to think of that one like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi type of a rule for how close or far you are away from that car that's in front of you there. So I normally just recommend 1 is okay on residential streets, or if you're in stop and go highway traffic. You might want to be on level 2 or 3 on the highway or interstate, just depending on your comfort level. And then if it's snowy outside, it might be a good idea to at least set yourself at level 4. But that's going to come down to a matter of personal preference. Now, once this cruise control system's turned on, if you push and hold that button, what it's going to do, you hear that chime, and we've got a cruise control mode selected. So we've gone from cruise control with a little car up there just to your cruise control setting there instead. So that's adaptive cruise control versus your traditional cruise instead. And again, all we're doing is just pushing and holding that button there in order to make the switch. So I personally recommend adaptive cruise control. I drive with it everywhere now in any car that I'm in, just in case you lose focus for a brief second. That's available here, but let's go ahead and go for a quick drive and I'll show you how everything here works. Now, one thing is that this is the hybrid version of the ride. So that's why we've got the hybrid gauges there. If you were in the traditional gas engine, you'd have your traditional tachometer there instead. So I want you to think of the right part of the gauge as your traditional tachometer versus the left part. The bottom part is going to be your regenerative braking gauge instead. But let's go ahead and I'll show you what I mean as we go here. All right, so you can see the power gauge goes up as I put my foot down, and then as I brake, the charge gauge is there. But I'm on a road here, so let's set my speed and then increase up to 50. And you can see here, the lanes here are green because it recognizes the markings. There's a car in front of me. We're stopping at a red light. My feet are not on the gas or the brake. It's doing everything for me here. So it's one thing to consider is that with a red light, it will bring you down to a complete stop if there's a car in front of you. If there are no cars in front of you and you're coming down to a stop, or you're coming down to a red light, I should say, there's nobody stopped in front of you at the light, hit the brake in order for you to actually be able to stop. There is some stop and go capabilities here. So if you're on the highway stopping and going, you will be able to resume your previously set speed if you're stopped for a few seconds. Otherwise, you can push up to resume your previously set speed, or you hit the gas pedal. And then at any point in time, if it's not speeding up fast enough, you can hit the accelerator pedal yourself. So you do have that available. You can cancel your speed this way, push up to resume your previously set speed, do a fine tune, so increase, decrease, 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time, simply that way instead. And then again with your gap adjustment. So how far or close are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you here? and then turn that lane centering system on off, and you're set to go. Since this is the hybrid, there are a few other things as well, but if you want a full walkthrough, like you actually want to know how to use all the different steering wheel buttons, go through the cluster screen, or even the infotainment system, check down in the description of this video for a walkthrough on how it's done. But that's the basics of using cruise control inside of the Honda Civic.